No one knows the way but your damn self. People try to lend a hand but they can't help. You gotta pick and choose, we are wearing different shoes. Be a bigger you, go and get it, never hands out.
Video number 2 dropping. Hey, so obviously I'm wearing the same exact tank top, just recorded the first video, so here's number 2. We're trying to catch up, a little behind on the whole YouTube thing. I know, step up your game, Justin. I get it. Guys, I'm just gonna talk about nutrition in general, the state of nutrition, where we are here in the year of 2018, what's going on, what are the popular diets, etc., etc. So here we are, it's 2018, we live in America, or at least I do, maybe you're not, but we're living in an obesity epidemic, not just in America, in other countries as well. And it's just insane to me that this is even the case. Like, how? There's so many healthy restaurants, there's so many nutrition coaching companies, there's so many supplements, blah, 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 blah. Technology's more advanced than it's ever been, but yet we live in this state. We're more confused than ever. We're spending more money than ever on nutrition supplements, coaches, workout programs, whatever it may be. And we're lost. Most people are lost. Most people are constantly in a state of wanting to lose weight. And it's just sad. Like, it's not the way that life is meant to be. Like, we're meant to be able to live our best life. We're meant to be able to, we should feel good and look good and perform good throughout our whole life. Like, that's just the reality of it. And what happens is, it's not that we start getting old, it's just that we start letting other things, kind of overtake and become priority over our own health. And that's sad because, in reality, like, we don't have anything without our health, right? Like, if we don't have our own health, we can't truly help the people that need our help. We might be able to do it for a little bit, but eventually we're gonna get to a place where, you just got, like, your health is your greatest asset. That's something that I discovered, and I think it's extremely true, and I think it'll always be true. So, as we look into this and we start to understand, there's so many different diets. Right now, the biggest diets are keto and intermittent fasting. One diet that's also coming mainstream as of late is the carnivore diet. Guys, I could sit here and talk about any diet under the sun. There's so many different diets, and again, people are just trying to figure out different ways to market to you, right? People are trying to get and figure out different ways to sell you a product, sell you a supplement, sell you a diet, sell you a book, whatever. Guys, my goal and the goal of my team and the impact that we want to make on this world is that we want to filter out the BS in the nutrition industry. We want to help you live your best life. We're so sick and tired of you getting scammed. We're so sick and tired of you spending all this money and not getting long-term success. So that's where we're at. Like, there's 2 things that really, really matter when it comes down to all of this. When you're looking at any diet, food quality, the quality of the foods that you're eating, right? Where you're sourcing your food from, what types of food you're consuming, right? Like, not all chicken is created equal, believe it or not. There's, go to Walmart, buy frozen chicken, go to Whole Foods, buy some type of organic chicken or pasture raised or whatever, like, lay them on the table right next to each other, right? Then cook them both and taste them, and I promise you, like, they are not the same. Not to mention antibiotics and blah, blah, blah that's being pumped into these things. And guys, if you trace it all the way back to the farm and you had to make a decision as to which one you want to eat, you're always going to want to go with, sourcing the best quality meats, fishes, eggs, vegetables, fruits that you possibly can. And if you're worried about the cost, at least at a bare minimum, prioritize the meat, fish, and eggs, the dairy products. Try to make sure that those are of highest quality over everything else. Cool, so food quality, right? The other big piece that a lot of people, maybe they're looking at, maybe they're not looking at, but is food quantity. Food quality and food quantity, both of these things matter. One without the other doesn't work long term, okay? So when we're starting to look into nutrition as a whole, we need to really start to understand that, look, we need to focus on eating really good quality foods the majority of the time, okay? We also need to make sure that we're eating food in quantities that support our lifestyle the majority of the time. Okay, so if we have certain goals of wanting to lose weight or maintain or gain weight, or these performance goals, or we have hormone issues or digestive issues or whatever, well, we need, depending upon the goal, we need to assess, see where we're currently at, determine whether we need to fix our health first, or if we can go ahead and start focusing either on the aesthetic or performance goals, or both. And really just starting to understand what the process actually looks like and having realistic expectations. And then from there, figuring out a game plan that actually works for your lifestyle, so that you can feel like, you're not sitting here having to, adopt 1,000 different strategies, right? You're not sitting here second guessing yourself all the time, wondering if what you're doing is working and if it's the right thing to do, and blah, 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 right? We have a quantity number that we've determined through assessment and through calculation and then through application, right? And we're always reassessing it. And then we're also starting to slowly but surely improve our food quality. We're starting to cook the majority of our food, right? We're starting to grocery shop more. We're starting to eat out less. We're starting to weigh and measure and prep food. And again, a lot of these things are things that you're gonna have to do in the beginning because you haven't been doing it for so long. You gotta kind of relearn or maybe teach yourself for the first time. And then eventually we start to graduate you into more intuitive eating, right? We start to use these tools, which are, the MyFitnessPals of the world, the food scales, all these different things. We start to use these tools as we need to, rather than being reliant on them all the time. Or, like most people, not even ever using them, so therefore never even learning how to identify a food and determine what that portion size looks like, what that portion size is, cooked versus uncooked, how to even log food, how to even weigh food, right? And so the point of this is not to make it a science experiment, but it's to create awareness. If you're not aware of what, a quantity and quality, a good quantity and good quality day looks like for you, well, we really need to determine that, because if not, you're just gonna be logging your food in throughout the day, guessing, trying to hit certain numbers, or not even logging at all, and never really understanding or knowing how much food you're consuming. Just because you eat a certain amount of food Monday through Thursday and then you don't track anything on the weekend, you very well could be basically, living in a calorie deficit Monday through Thursday and then going back to a surplus on the weekends, which by the end of the week is making you gain weight. And again, so this is just something, this is an example, this is something you can think about. Like if you think you're doing all of the right things and you're not logging your food, or you're not sleeping at least 7-8 hours a night, or you're consuming alcohol 3, 4, 5, 6 days a week, or you're always eating out, or whatever it may be, we can kind of start to identify the lowest hanging fruit, right, if you will. And start to kind of pick one or two of those things, and then begin to start to focus on improving, right? Starting to build habits that are actually foundational habits that we all should have: sleep, water, good food, exercise, right? And once you start establishing these habits consistently, then we can start to look into some of these other things, right? These more extremes and diets and supplemental protocols and blah, blah, blah. But guys, we gotta really establish a good foundation first before we can start looking into that type of stuff. So hope this helps, guys. Again, we're gonna be dropping so much content. This was the second one today. I'm gonna do another one here in a bit. Let us know what you want to learn about. Like, all of this is free. My goal is, like, look, we have plenty of clients working with. If clients want to work with us, great, phenomenal. But at the same time, like, I want to help my team, and I want to help as many people in this world as we possibly can learn nutrition, lifestyle, cooking, grocery shopping, how to be more efficient at it, how to make everything taste good, how to get results, how to live your best life. So guys, we're on a mission. Let us know what you need. Let us know how we can serve you. Let us know how we can help you. And yeah, subscribe to the YouTube channel. And guys, I'm content, trying to give it all to y'all. Give it away for free. Hope it helps. Y'all have a good day. Take care.